This is a comic I have really put off reviewing for ages because I didn't even know where to begin. This is the further adventurings of Cyclops and the All. This is issue 1 and I hate this concept. This time travelling exploits of them two characters. I didn't think I have said before how much I despise the original miniseries they did. And this one is super annoying because if you got rid of that dumb part, what you have is the origine for Sinestro, which could be quite good. You could and you should do this story without Cyclops and the All showing up in the past to draw attention away from the backstory of one of the Excellent Men's greatest enemies. This is by Spike Milligan and Jupp Lennon, and I do really sort of like the Sinestro stuff. I put off reviewing this for so long because I can't really think how to handle these two elements in the story. One which I kind of like and one which I love. But we are in the 1800s, and we also have one of my most hated writing tropes here. So let's go a month earlier to see how Sinestro fell from grace and became Sinestro. He was married to a lassie called Rebecca. She was up the duff. She was preggers, and Sinestro, he was a brilliant scientist, but an obsessive one. Even to begin with, he had no moral constraints, and he isn't particularly well regarded by his peers because of his ideas and his methods. They think that he is a madman and a charlatan, and he even gets rejected by an actor portraying Charles Darwin, who tells him what he thinks. Sinestro's motivation is maybe that his first child died, and he wishes to use science to advance evolution and find a way to beat death or bring his son back. Then he goes and sees a P.T. Barnum style circus freak show, and here's something else I hate. Ever wonder where Sinestro got the name for his team of murderers from? Han Solo. So then Sinestro, he enlists the circus in his cause, and his wife continues to notice how distant and cold Sinestro is becoming. Elsewhere in London, underground, Armageddon awakens from his slumber. Armageddon, he hibernates for most of the time, and there are moments like this when he awakens and he is ready to conquer the world. And we get a rather brief and kind of unhelpful origine for Armageddon, which skimps on the detail for the sake of not introducing too many ideas. And as it stands, it feels like an incorrect history because there is no mention of the Omega Titans. Some of the circus workers find Armageddon and want to catch him to put on their freak show. I definitely didn't find this comic as good as I remembered it being. And now we're on to the stuff I always hated. We have the two time-travelling excellent men. She shows up in a church and people worship her. Meanwhile, the other one, Cyclops, he shows up in a sewer. You would be correct in guessing I ate even that. Why is the Ore introduced to readers with people revering her, but Cyclops, the co-lead, he is introduced covered in sewage? Since they are apart, I am betting that the Ore is slamming the entire parish. Sinestro's wife, discontent and paranoid. One night she begins to sneak into Sinestro's secret lab and she finds their dead son's body being experimented on. And now we are caught up with the beginning. And finally, Armageddon approaches Sinestro and tells him that he is interested in his work and offers his hand. You know what? This ain't that good. I think the Sinestro stuff is good in concept and some of the execution works, but there is clunky stuff and some cliches, and then the time travel stuff can go and swivel. I think fully committing to the Sinestro story and making it more creepy and horror-tinged, that would have worked tremendously in its favour. Even with its problems, I think Sinestro's originally always has an appeal to it. So I'll 7 thumbs up this one.